Hello. Today we've got 4 acids in some glass bottles. This is hydrochloric, sulfuric, nitric, and acetic acid. Now what I want to find out today is what are some of the ways you can tell acids from other chemicals. We're going to look at a few physical and chemical properties that will allow you to distinguish acids from other chemicals. One of the first ways, and one of the best known ways, is taste. One of the most common and well-known properties of acids is the taste of acids. Now here we have a pickle. The pickle is made by soaking a cucumber in vinegar, among other things, and vinegar contains acetic acid. So if you come over here and take a bite out of this pickle, tell me what it tastes like.
It tastes sour.
Sour tasting. Thank you. All right. Acids tend to taste sour. Foods that are sour tasting, like pickles, lemons, and limes, have acid in them. Now that's not the best way to test for an acid, to taste it. There are better, more accurate, and safer ways. One way is to use indicators, like this. This is litmus. It's a combination of vegetable dyes derived from lichens, and it changes color in an acid or a base. Now, litmus is usually seen in the form of litmus paper, which is just filter paper with liquid litmus soaked up in it. Here we have some blue litmus paper, and here we have some vinegar, which contains acetic acid. So if you'll come over here, we're going to dip this blue litmus paper in the vinegar, and let's see what color it changes to. Okay? And it turned red. So that's another property of acids. They turn litmus paper red. Now, litmus does not tell you how concentrated the acid is. It simply tells you that it's an acid. So to find out the concentration, you'd need to either use a pH meter or pH paper. Another property of acids is that they tend to conduct electricity. And we can demonstrate that very well with another pickle. Here we have another dill pickle. This time it's hooked up to 2 metal forks, and the metal forks are connected to an extension cord. In a moment, I'm going to plug the extension cord in, and 120 volts of electricity will run through here. If there's enough acetic acid in the pickle, it should conduct electricity all the way through the pickle, and something interesting will happen. So let's plug it in. And to see this properly, we need to turn off the lights. Glowing. All right, let's have the light. Also making a lot of smoke. Okay, it's conducting electricity all the way across the fork. And the reason it was glowing is because inside the pickle, in addition to vinegar, it's also got sodium from sodium chloride, table salt. And the sodium gives it a yellow-orange glow. So, another property of acids is that they tend to conduct electricity. That's why they're often found in batteries. One last property I want to look at is the fact that acids tend to corrode metals. Here we have a piece of magnesium ribbon, a thin wire made out of pure magnesium. Here we have a beaker containing hydrochloric acid and water. I'm going to dip this in there and see what happens. So if you come over here, put that in there, and let's see what happens to the magnesium in the hydrochloric acid. You can see that it's fizzing, it's giving off hydrogen gas, and the metal is going to corrode. And if we leave the metal in there long enough, the metal will completely dissolve in the acid. Now this is an extreme case. Most metals don't corrode this quickly. But most metals will corrode in the presence of acid, which is why we have to protect metals against corrosion. Okay, you can take it out now. Thank you. Not all metals are affected by acid. There are some exceptions. One big exception is gold, and we can demonstrate that with this gold ring. If you'll take this ring and put it in the same hydrochloric acid, we'll see if it does anything. Just drop it in there. You can see, no fizzing, not doing anything. Let's take it out and see if it's done anything to it. And you see, it's not affected by acid. So not all metals are corroded, but most are affected in some way. So, to sum up, some of the ways you can identify acids and tell them from other chemicals is that they tend to taste sour, they turn litmus paper red, they conduct electricity, and they corrode many metals.